in the book, you talk about how you're like, I knew when I was 4 years old. And it's like that knowingness. And then you use the language of like, tearing off your own skin. Like that idea to me feels like when there's such a strong knowingness inside, knowing is different to feeling. And it sounds like when I was reading, I was like, there was just knowingness. And I was intrigued as to, is that the right language? Do you agree with that? And what is the difference for you between knowing and feeling? Because I think knowing is so much more of this like visceral, deep, grounded, rooting feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they're probably both obviously interrelated to a degree and connect. I mean, I think at those, which are some of my earliest memories, like these moments that were just always like right under the surface, was so much of how I felt at that age and who I knew myself to be and how perplexed I was at how the world was seeing me. And then, and when I was about 10, sort of like kind of like pushing my mother to the degree that I was like really actually getting to present how I wanted and like remembering just how good that felt and this solidness and this way I could exist in the world without the similar feelings that I had as a full-blown adult of wanting to rip my skin off that I was feeling at really young ages and not obviously having the words for. But in some ways you're like, no, wait, I did have the words for them. I was going, this is who I am and want to be, and these are the things that I want to wear and how I want to look and present. And you had people going, no, I'm sorry, So in some ways you're like, wait, no, I did have the words. And also, I guess I did to a degree in my 20s, and same thing. People were going, no, you can't do that. You have to do this if you want a future in this industry, for example, or you have to be closeted or what have you. So I think for me, the knowing and the feeling relate. The knowing and feeling good about the knowing is when you feel euphoria, is when you feel that sense of connection, when that's in congruence with what you've been labeled as and defined as and how you're getting treated versus who you are. Then when that's heightened and like you're losing the sense of the knowing, that's when all these awful feelings come up, and the manifestation and the consequences that are self-harm, obviously mental health struggles and what have you, feelings of hopelessness. So I suppose they entwine in that way.
Yeah, definitely.